Hey babes, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing empties. That is a type of video that I haven't seen a lot in the BeauTube sphere, but I love it, and I'm going to show you all of the products that I finished all the way through and what are my thoughts about them. Roll the intro. The first product is going to be this. It's a hair mask by Amica called the Kure, with a K. They say it's an intense bond repair mask, and this thing saves my hair time and time again. As you can see, my hair goes through a lot of bleaching, and without this mask, my hair would have been in shambles. This is like a godly product, totally a hero product, and I can't recommend it enough. I always put it for as long as I can because it really does wonders. It kind of has this bond repair thing, so it's like a mini Olaplex in a way, which is a good segue into the Olaplex number 8. It is the Bond Intense Moisture Mask. I actually bought this because I wanted to compare it to the Amica The Kure mask. And I have to say, they work kind of similarly, but I actually did it. For a while, like for an entire month or maybe even 2 months, I put this on one side of my hair and the Kure on the other side of my hair. And I could always feel when I got out of the shower that the Amica side felt just a little bit nicer. So like, they're almost the same, but I still like Amica better. And of course, the Amica is just better priced than this. It's just 100 mils. This is 500 mils. And the price per mil is more expensive. And for the American audience, it's 3.3 fluid ounces, whereas this is 16 fluid ounces. So the price difference is huge, and this one just feels even a little bit better than this. So yeah. Make your choice. There will be links for a lot of the products down in the info box. Most of them will be affiliated links, so if you want to support the channel, we're not monetized yet, it's your way to do so by buying from my links, so thank you in advance. The Balm to Oil Cleanser that I actually bought at Primark, believe it or not. It is like from their Naturals line, and usually I don't bother putting stuff from Primark in an empties video, but I saw this time and time again. Every time I visited a Primark, I saw this product, because very often, products at Primark, they keep changing all the time. This one seems to stick, so I can talk about it. So it is a balm to oil cleanser, so like a cleansing balm. It is incredibly cheap. I think I paid €3 for it, something like that. Made from 90% natural origin and is vegan, which is very important for a lot of people. And basically, it works. It's not the best balm cleanser that I ever used, but it does work. It does actually melt your makeup. And it didn't make my skin feel irritated or itchy or anything like that, so I would recommend, especially for those that need something with a really friendly budget. This is a shower foam by the company called Rituals. I know you can find them like all over Europe and in the US. And this specifically is in the scent Ritual of Oud, which is oud and patchouli. It had a really like sensual, Eastern, kind of like exotic smell. The foam itself, it lathers beautifully and it feels luxurious, and it's a really beautiful product. This is really like, if you want to pamper yourself up to the next level, this is it. Ritual of Oud. I have here a lip pencil from Catrice that is called Lip Foundation. This is a sharpenable pencil. I don't know how you're supposed to say it otherwise. And as you can see, most of its length is still here, so what the hell? Well, the problem is that it got really dry. I tried using a pencil sharpener on it so that the deeper I go, I might find something that isn't dried out, but that didn't happen. So the entire thing dried probably all the way in. So that was kind of disappointing because I have a lot of lip pencils that are pencil sharpener type, and they never dried out on me, even if they're really, really old. So that was kind of a letdown. So the lip foundation pencil from Catrice, not that recommended. This is a product that I think that even in my super old Empties, when I still tried making more videos for this channel, probably back in, who knows, 2017, you probably already saw a version of this product. This is a product that I buy all the time and is basically the best seller of my entire channel. I think this is the product I mentioned the most, and it is the Mineral Rich Peeling Gel by Seacret. The Seacret. And what I love about it is that it's like a gommage type of peeling. When it touches the skin, it makes dead skin cells adhere to it, and then it just pills. And it completely gets rid of all of your dead skin without making, you know, micro tears that peelings that have little seeds in them usually do, because it's not that good. And therefore it peels your skin so gently. And ever since I used this, the problem that I had around my nose, where I had ginormous open pores, is completely gone. So I'm quite addicted to this product, but I am thinking of wanting to try just products that do the same from different companies, because it is a little bit pricey. So I'm open to suggestions. Well, of course, there will be more from Amica, because I have a ton of Amica products. This one is called The Shield, and it's a very special product because it's an anti-humidity spray. The first thing that it does is once you spray it on your hair, it becomes an amazing heat protectant. So this can protect your hair when using hot tools on it. And then the most amazing thing happens when you do. Once your hair was exposed to heat from heat tools, it becomes an anti-humidity product. It does this lock-in of whatever design you tried to put into your hair, and your hairdo is going to stay even if you're like at the beach where there's a lot of humidity that usually makes like straight hair curl, etc. And it really does work. I tried it time and time again. Very often I have the most problem here because I have these side-swept bangs. I know that it's considered not cool anymore, but you know what I'm thinking about that. I'll do me and you do you. And I've used it time and time again, like getting out in the rain. Here in Amsterdam, there's a lot of canals around me, so it makes my hair very wavy very quickly. And whenever I use this, my hair stays straight. But it's important to remember that it will only protect your hair from humidity if it was exposed to heat. So don't expect to put it on your hair while it, you know, air dries, and that will protect it from humidity. It needs to be exposed to heat, so remember that. And as a good segue, we should look at this product because it does exactly the same. This is by Color Wow, and it's called Dream Coat. Magically transforms texture amazing humidity proofing powers. Jeez. This does basically the same thing as the Shield, and I kind of use them interchangeably. I love them both. This I use more when my hair is wet, like wet from the shower, and this I use more if I'm like on my second, third, fourth, fifth, let's not lie, sometimes it's fifth hair day and I need to like reshape something in my hair. So I like this better for dry hair and I like this better for wet hair. I put this and then just style my hair in this cool, flowy, textury looking something, maybe this. And if my hair is then like 1 day old, 2 days old, and I need to fix something because it got ruined during the night, I use this. So I really use them interchangeably and they're both amazing at what they do. Well, this is how you know I love a product. I already have 2 empties of it. It's the dry shampoo Light Tones by Moroccan Oil. The reason I love it is because it is so light that it never makes me itch. I know that sounds weird, but whenever I use other dry shampoos, I just feel like my scalp gets really itchy and I just have to scratch it really, really hard. And this is the only dry shampoo that I've ever used that actually makes the hair look good and clean, that didn't make me feel the need to scratch my hair. It's quite a wonder just because of that. I do need to mention that it does leave a white cast, at least the light tones, but what's kind of cool about its cast is that it actually does really fit blonde, because it has a little bit of a purplish tint to it. You can kind of see it in the nozzle. Now you can see that it has this little purple tint, and it's perfect for toning the hair just a little bit. It's really easy to remove that white cast, and I think that sometimes it makes the hair actually look cleaner, the fact that it leaves it looking a little bit brighter, because very often it's those darker oily roots that make your hair look dirty. It's awesome. Totally recommend. Oh, wait, I actually did have one more of the shower foams from Rituals. It's another one that is in their permanent line, so I thought I will talk about this one. It's Ritual of Hammam, a purifying ceremony for body and soul. Fresh eucalyptus and rosemary. This one, again, wow, such an amazing scent. I really like the scent of both this one and the Oud. Totally recommend. Here is a completely redundant product that is still full. I only used it twice. It's just a spray deodorant by Fa, and it's the Pink Passion. They say that it's 48 hours without aluminum salts, and I feel like the moment I put it on, I already started sweating. It's such a redundant spray deodorant. Please don't purchase it. It just doesn't work. I used a very small sized metal detox from L'Oreal Professional. It's like a more high-end line of theirs. It was cute, but I didn't notice anything overwhelmingly better about my hair when I used it in comparison to a lot of Amica products that I usually use. So cute, but underwhelming, I guess. Another Amica product that I'm completely addicted to. It is the Fadeblock Pre-shampoo Color Seal. As you can see, I have some colored bits in my hair, and they fade very, very quickly. And ever since I used this, I can really elongate my need of re-dyeing my hair. I know that they're very close to needing a new fresh dye, I know, but this helps so much. Actually, when it kind of like gets to this color, like this level of fade, I stop using this, because then I actually want it to fade, so that'll be easier for me to re-dye my hair. So yeah, I usually use this as long as the colors are really, really vibrant. Then I use it religiously. I put it before I go into the shower to wash my hair, and I leave it for at least 5 minutes. Very often I find myself like, I still need to shower, but it's been half an hour. But yeah, I try and leave it as long as I can so that it really protects the hair from fading when inside the shower. Such a good product. Everyone that has like semi-permanent vivids needs this in their life. I tell you, you need this. And a makeup item, I talked about it briefly in my ADHD friendly trip makeup bag. This is the Vieve Power Ink Liner, and I've been using it nonstop ever since like September of 22, and it has been such a good, reliable black brush applicator, black eyeliner, but it has run its course and it's completely done. So I'll have to buy a new one as soon as I can. I do want to try the new Danessa Myricks one, so I might buy that one and see if I love it, because I heard good stuff about it, and it's a tiny bit cheaper than this one. So I'll try them both, but I really love this one, so if I won't like the Danessa Myricks one, I'll repurchase this one. I would love to hear what is your hero product, the one that like when it's about to run out, you start getting anxious. I want to know. Please let me know down in the comments below. And that is it, my loves. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, all those good stuff. I really need more subscribers. like badly. I would have loved to monetize this channel at some point, and that's a good way for you to help me. So please subscribe, share, like, do all those interactive stuff. It really helps me out. Thanks in advance. If you have an idea for a type of video you would like to see me film, please write it down in the comments. That helps a lot too. I love you so, so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, babes.